If a woman's mikvah night is on a yontif following Shabbos, and it's not within walking distance, what are our options? How can she go to the mikvah that night? And if she can't go, will she have to lose not only that night, but the following night, because the following night is the second day yontif? This is a question that I was asked by a maharat in Washington, D.C. And my answer was as follows. To drive on yontif is actually only a rabbinic prohibition. It's making a fire, which you're allowed to do on yontif, except that you can't make a new fire, which you do when you turn on the ignition. So this is a rabbinic restriction. So you hire a cab ahead of time. The cab picks you up on yontif as soon as the stars come out. It's no longer Shabbos. And this is then a telling a non-Jew to do something which is only a rabbinic prohibition for the sake of a mitzvah. So you arrange for the cab ahead of time, makes it better, of course. You don't have to pick up a phone, etc. It's all arranged. The cab waits for you, takes you back home. Now, actually, this could even be done if you need to go earlier, and this was a question about Pesach, and you don't want to come home too late for the Seder. Everybody is waiting for you. So what you can do is the following. You can actually do it even after sunset. Now, why is that? It might still be Shabbos. And on Shabbos, driving a car is a biblical prohibition. So how can you have a non-Jew do this for you? You're only allowed to tell a non-Jew to do a rabbinic prohibition for a mitzvah, not a biblical one. So here, the answer is that during Bein Hashmashos after Shabbos, you're actually allowed to do rabbinic prohibitions, rabbinic restrictions for the sake of a mitzvah. Now, there's a debate whether this is only Bein Hashmashos leading into Shabbos, Friday night, or is it even Saturday night, after sunset Saturday night? But the general consensus is that this applies Saturday night as well. So therefore, from the Shabbos perspective, you're allowed to do the rabbinic prohibition. You're allowed to go ahead and have a non-Jew do it. And from the Yontif perspective, it's only rabbinic, and it's two d'Rabbanans, and telling a non-Jew to do something which on Yontif is a rabbinic restriction, and that's allowed as well. The final caveat is that you have to ask the driver ahead of time or at the moment to turn off the interior light. Because if the interior light that goes on when you open the door is incandescent, opening it would be a violation of making a fire. And that would be something you would be doing directly, which is not allowed. So in this case, it would be permissible to have a cab driver after stars come out, and if necessary, even after sunset.